Yo, what's good, Griffin13 here back in the day, and today, guys, we are here to review the brand new 2021 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon that was recently brought here to Forza Horizon 4. Now, the thing is, though, this is one of the trucks that was on my list of, we need these in Forza, but I want to say this, they brought the wrong version. And that's because we didn't get the hard top, and I'm very disappointed in that. Instead, we ended up getting the soft top, which is a bit of a letdown for me. I wish that we could have had color matching across the whole truck. I'm just a hard top fan. I am not a soft top fan whatsoever. Although, I will say this, soft tops do give one benefit for Jeeps, and that is that they're easier to remove than the hard top. And that's also debatable among some people. Because the soft tops, there's a lot more buttons and stuff like that, where the hard tops, you know, it's just bolts. You just unbolt it and boom, you're done. But we're here to review this brand new vehicle to the game, so let's go ahead and get on into it. First thing I want to do is we're going to go ahead here, we're going to look around, we're going to take a look here at the engine bay. You know, it looks like an engine bay. I mean, that's what it looks like. It's not very powerful. All this thing has is actually a 6-cylinder engine. It's not a very strong motor. Hopefully, though, we do get the option for the Hellcat motor, which will make up for a little bit of that. I will say this as well. There are some things about the design of the Gladiator that I don't like. For example, the side marker, like, turn signal lights that are on the fenders. I find that quite bizarre. I much rather would have seen those actually in the headlights and just having the over fenders just being over fenders, not actually having anything integrated into them. And honestly, it's fairly common with Gladiator owners to delete that. A lot of people actually like to go ahead and delete that. Now, as we move on here to the side, we didn't get stock tires. These are upgraded tires, but we didn't get like what are some stock tires, and that actually would have been just a little bit nice to have a different tire style in the game that came on the stock if you just wanted to use this for show. But again, moving on down the line, one of the things I really don't like is we don't have any side steps whatsoever. There's no side steps available for the Jeep Gladiator, and that is quite a bit of disappointment. And also, look at the angle on the very top of the cab. It doesn't look good with a soft top. Now, that angle is pretty much the same on the hard top. It's a little bit more rounded, and it just looks 100 times better. It just really and truly does. As we move on here to the back, nothing really is too big of a deal. I mean, honestly, I actually really do love the tailgate design on this. You know, nice big red Jeep letters. And you can actually drop the tailgate, which is very nice. And we can hop here into the bed, which is also very, very good. So we'll go ahead and close that up, though. And that's pretty much what I think of the outside of this. I'm very disappointed we didn't get any side steps or even like just, you know, not even a sidebar or any steps whatsoever. I mean, we do have, it looks like some railing right there that you can actually hop up into the bed a little bit easier. But that's about it. This is a very, very base Jeep Rubicon, and that's, not necessarily a big fan of that. Not necessarily a big fan of that. They couldn't even spring for a hard top. So maybe, just maybe, it would, like, you know, get some glory over in the custom upgrades. And the answer to that is absolutely not. I mean, if we go here, the only wing that we get, which granted I wasn't really hoping for a wing or didn't even expect a wing, is we have our traditional big oversized tire wing. And I'm just going to say that looks like a monster of a fucking tire compared to that. Like, seriously, it doesn't even match the size. That's like a 42-inch tire or some bullshit like that. That thing is massive. It wouldn't even fit underneath this goddamn thing. It is huge. Forza, if you're gonna keep this thing on there, shrink it down a little bit and put it farther in the bed. Like, don't have it like mounted all the way up there. It doesn't look good. Honestly, just mount it farther in the bed and it might actually look halfway decent. So, is there anything else that we get? We get a hood upgrade, which is not even a hood upgrade. Instead, it takes the top off, and not even the entire way. It just does that. It just puts the top up a little bit. Which, I mean, I guess if you're cruising around and you don't want to mess with it too much, and you don't want to take the top off all the way, that's fine and dandy. But why does, like, in a video game, who the fuck thinks that looks good? You only do that if you just want to have the top open. Like, if you're going to take the top off a Jeep, you're going to take the whole giggity goddamn thing off. So why couldn't we take the complete back end off? Like, I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand, and I might be the stupid one here, but like, I just wish that we could have taken the whole top off. That would have been very nice. And honestly, Gladiators are known for their upgrades. It's not like there aren't a lot of aftermarket parts for this. There are so many aftermarket parts for this. This thing is like, when the Supra went to SEMA a few years ago, it was the #1 vehicle at SEMA. The #2 vehicle was the Jeep Gladiator. And that's because everybody wanted one of these. Everyone wanted one of these things. I'm surprised we don't even have, like, you know, a bed cover or anything like that, or even like a rooftop tent. And I know a rooftop tent really doesn't make sense for a racing game, but like, there could have been something done to at least make this look more overlandy, or the ability to take the top off, or the ability to opt in for a hardtop. And really, I hope in future Forza games this is something that gets addressed, because right now it just, it doesn't look good. In my opinion, the soft top just doesn't look good. There needs to be the metal that matches, or the top needs to be completely removable. One or the other, that's what I would do. I don't know about you guys, but leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I love the Jeep Gladiator. I love it to death, but I'm a little bit disappointed. So now, let's talk about how it drives. So I do have some upgrades on here. So we're going to go ahead and reset to the default upgrades, and it takes it down to a D class. A D class. This thing sucks to drive. It is very, very, very slow. In fact, in this week's monthly Rivals event, just driving it around, it just feels awful. You can tell it is so slow. We're not even going to like hop into Rivals mode or anything like that quite yet, just to like show off how slow this is. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to drive here around the festival site. Nothing too big, although give me a second. Alright, now we're back really quickly, and like you can just see, this thing, it's not quick at all. And I'm sitting here thinking about it, and like, I'm really glad that I don't own one of these, because I would crave more power that I'm not getting. Like, even on the Rubicon end, like, I mean, give it a little bit more power or something like that. It just feels so slow. The one benefit, because of the fact it is a Jeep Gladiator Rubicon, is the people who buy these usually have got a little bit more money to spend on upgrades, so they might be able to throw in things like turbos or superchargers, things along those lines, maybe an even engine swap. Although then, of course, I bet you they probably cheaped out, and you're going to have to get a whole new drivetrain and all that sort of stuff. But at the same time, having something as cool as that would be very, very nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here into the upgrade shop, and we're going to find ourselves some upgrades. So let's go ahead and do that. Cosmetically, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do our wheels and tires. We're going to upgrade these to the off-road race compound, and we're going to make them as wide as possible, because we are going to make this into an off-road vehicle. But probably one of the best options for wheels for this truck, in my opinion, is going to be these. They are these Krager wheels. I don't know what brand Krager is, but they remind me quite a bit of the Method wheels. Like, there's a very famous pair of Method wheels that goes on a lot of trucks, especially Jeeps. You know, it's very, very common, so honestly, this is a very nice wheel for it. It's kind of heavy, but at the same time, we're going to go for it. Currently the size is 17s. I'm thinking we go with some 20s. I think that'll look halfway decent, and there we go. That doesn't look halfway bad at all. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. I am skipping all of those, because honestly I think they look god-awful. We're going to gear into the engine swaps. And luckily for us, we can put a racing 7.2 liter V8. What is the displacement of a Hellcat engine, I wonder? I've got to look this up. Hellcat engine displacement. That's what I'm Googling it right now. It is a 6.2 liter. So you can't even get a Hellcat engine in this, which is very, very disappointing. So we're going to stick with the stock 6-cylinder transmission. I don't know what the 7.2 is. I have no idea. Maybe that's what's out of the... I know there is the brand new, the Ram Rebel TRX. It could be out of that. It could be out of that. In fact, actually, let's go ahead and check that. We're going to look at the power. It takes us up to 850. So maybe this is the Demon engine. That might be what this is. That might be the Demon engine, not the Hellcat engine. But we're going to stick with the 6-cylinder. And we're going to go with a supercharger. It's already all-wheel drive, or at least it should be. We can convert it to rear-wheel drive. Granted, this is a 4x4 vehicle, so most of the time it is actually rear-wheel drive. So we'll go ahead and keep it like that. We'll come down here, get our traditional just base upgrades, all that sort of stuff. Hopefully this will be able to take us up to an A-class. But honestly, this vehicle is just, it's not real good. It's not real good. Let's be honest with ourselves. What the? Okay, for a second there, like the red caliper was shining all the way through here. It's very, very bright. It is very, very bright indeed. And honestly, it doesn't even look like it fits within the wheel. But we're not going to talk about that. We are not going to talk about that right now. This truck, honestly, I love Gladiators. I really, really do. But I think Forza chose the wrong one. That's what happened here. They chose the wrong Gladiator. So we're going to fully upgrade our supercharger. We're going to fully upgrade this. We'll fully upgrade our displacement. So we're at 773. Hopefully we got enough of like these little minor upgrade parts that we can take it all the way up to an A800. That would be that is the goal. If we can get an A800 out of this, I will be very happy. So we can get an A800 out of this. This is not too bad at all. Alright, that takes us up to an 801. We'll go ahead and change our flywheel, and boom. We now have an A800 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon. Oh my god. Hopefully this thing is actually worth a damn. We should check and see how much power we're actually getting now, because now this might be worth the $45,000 to $50,000 that people pay for these goddamn things. They're so expensive. We're running now 575 horsepower. So I would actually say this could go for $60,000, $65,000, $70,000. That could be worthwhile. That could be worthwhile. So now we'll go ahead and throw a quick tune on it. I'll be right back. So really quickly, another thing I want to mention is one of the main upgrades that people do with a Gladiator is they're going to throw a lift kit on it. And on this one, if we want to level the truck out, you actually have to do a 2-inch reverse level. That's ridiculous, Forza. That is absolutely ridiculous. A reverse level? Nobody does a reverse level except for old grandpas. Come on, Forza. Give us some actual serious lifting capabilities. You can't change the ride height any higher than stock. That's ridiculous. Come on. Come on. Alright, so now we got a quick tune on it. Let's go in and see how this can perform on the test track. So probably the first thing that you're going to notice, especially with this tune and the 6-cylinder engine, is it sounds like trash. Oh my god, does it sound bad. It sounds god awful. But I will say this, overall as an actual like racing truck or something like that, it's pretty damn good. Like, this is my fast rival right here in front of me in his Ghost. I haven't been able to beat him quite yet. But as you can see, I came very, very close at a 55.956. And since I do believe I tested out both the Colorado and the Ford Ranger Raptor on this track in A-Class, and they did not beat him either, it probably means that the Jeep Gladiator is indeed better than both the Colorado and the Ranger Raptor. I'll have to go ahead and get their baselines that we set in the video that I made for those, which should be right here. But overall, like, this thing, it handles pretty nicely. It's not bad at all. Like, it's really, really not bad at all. Like, I mean, you can see it's very easy for me to keep up with him. Like, if I really want to, and I really, really push for it, I could probably end up taking him fairly easily. Let's see if we'll do it right here. We'll take him right here. There we go. We got him. So, I mean, as you see right there, like, I'm talking right now, and we're able to keep up with this super fast Ghost. And in fact, it looks like we're actually going to set a new lap record right there, which basically confirms that this Jeep Gladiator is the bee's knees. It is a very, very good A-Class car. As you see there, we just went ahead and set ourselves a new record on the test track, which is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So overall, it's a pretty damn good truck. It is a pretty damn good truck, but it sounds like trash and it looks like trash. Although I really like Jeep Gladiators, they just went with the wrong one, and that leaves me a little bit disappointed and hoping for more in the future Forza games. But anyway, though, that's where we're probably going to wrap things up for today. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, what are your thoughts and opinions on the Jeep Gladiator? Are you disappointed there weren't more upgrades? Are you disappointed we didn't get the hardtop? What do you think of the sound? Do you actually like the sound? No one's going to like the sound. But that's beside the point. Leave your comments down below. And if you want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Gurf413 and Instagram.com/Gurf413. And if you like this video, go make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Bye.
Say goodbye.